Hey, Keaton, is it true that you started working at a factory?
Huh? Oh, Dan, it's been a while, hasn't it? Since the middle school reunion, I think. What's up?
Forget the small talk, just answer my question. You were working in sales at some big company, right? If I remember correctly, it was one of those well-known, prestigious ones. And now I heard you're working at a factory. Is that true? Like, seriously?
Yeah, you heard right. I started training at a factory in M-Town about 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty solid place.
I knew it! I saw you in your work clothes heading into one of the factories my company outsources to, and you're still in training? So let me get this straight. You're 30 years old and you're a newbie at a factory? You gotta be kidding me. That's just too rich.
I don't really see what's so funny about it.
What's not funny? I mean, come on, you've got a good education, a decent degree, and you worked for one of those big, shiny companies. You probably wore a suit and everything, and now, what, you're in a factory? What kind of twist of fate is that? What happened? Did you mess up so bad they had to kick you out? I can't stop laughing. You went from climbing the corporate ladder to what, the bottom rung of a factory job? That's gotta sting, right? Now you're basically working for a company that's under mine. This is way too good. Man, remember back in middle school, you were always ahead of me, Keaton. Always. You got elected as student council president, leaving me in the dust. Everyone liked you. Even the hottest girl in school had the guts to confess to you. What was her name again? Jessica, right? You had it all.
I turned her down, though. It wasn't a big deal.
That's exactly why it pisses me off, you know? Like, who even does that? Someone like her confesses and you just casually turn her down? You didn't even care. You were always acting like you were above it all. That's the kind of thing that really sticks with a guy. It's why seeing you now in a low-paying factory job feels so damn satisfying. It's like the universe finally gave me a win. Here you are working at some factory while I've got a steady job and a good salary at a better company. It's poetic justice if you ask me. Now you're just a bottom feeder, a cog in the machine. How's that feel, huh? It's gotta suck.
Look, that's not exactly what happened, Dan. There's more to the story than you think, but honestly, after hearing you talk, I don't feel like explaining it to you. It's clear you're just here to gloat.
Oh, what's this? Is that supposed to be some kind of lame excuse? Come on, man, don't act all high and mighty now. I get it, you're just bitter trying to play it cool because you can't stand the fact that you've fallen so far. But the truth is, you're at the bottom now, just like the rest of the losers who can't make it. It's gotta hurt, huh? Admit it, seeing me doing better than you has gotta burn a little.
You know, Dan, you're exhausting. Seriously, I didn't leave my old job because I failed. I left because I wanted something different. But I'm done with this conversation. You're not worth the effort.
Wait, what? You're just gonna walk away? What, can't handle a little truth? I thought you were tougher than this, Keaton.
Nah, it's not about that. It's just that I got better things to do with my time than argue with someone stuck in the past. So yeah, I'm out. Later, Dan.
Hey, don't just walk away from me. Keaton!
Keaton, it's been such a long time. It's Mary from F Company. I used to work at the branch office.
Mary, it really has been a while. I hope you've been well. It's great to hear from you.
I'm doing well, thank you. Actually, the reason I'm reaching out is that I've recently received a transfer order. I'm being moved to F Company's headquarters in M City. While I was visiting your company's New York office to introduce myself and meet the new sales representatives, I was surprised to learn that you're now working at a factory in M-Town. Is it true? Are you finally making the move?
Yes, it's true. It's been a long time coming, but my father finally told me it was time to begin. I'll be traveling around a lot for a while, visiting various locations and learning the ropes. But to start, I'm undergoing training at the factory in M-Town, which is close to my hometown. After this, in about 3 months, I'll be heading to the Texas branch for further training.
I see. Well, that sounds like quite the journey. Sounds like you'll be very busy for the next few months. Well, it's a bit sad that we might not get to work as closely together anymore. I hope we can continue to maintain a strong relationship between our companies. I'm looking forward to working with you, even if from a distance.
Absolutely, I feel the same way. Thank you for your continued support, and I look forward to working together with you and F Company in the future.
Actually, there's something else I wanted to mention while I have the chance. If you're available, I'd like to invite you to something. You see, in just about a month, F Company will be celebrating our 20th anniversary. We're planning a special event to commemorate the occasion, and we would be honored if you could attend as a guest.
Wow, has it really been 20 years already? That's incredible! Congratulations to F Company on such a remarkable milestone. It must feel like such an achievement.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're really excited about it. It's a huge event for us, and we're planning a big celebration. And as someone who's been an important part of our business relationship over the years, we would love to have you join us. How does that sound?
Me? Are you sure? I'm honored that you think of me, but I didn't expect an invitation to something like this.
Of course. In fact, your company's senior managing director will be attending as well, representing your company. It'll be a great opportunity to reconnect with him and other industry leaders. You're someone who's played a significant role in our business dealings, so we definitely want you there.
I see. So the senior managing director will be there too. That's quite an event.
Exactly. We're really looking forward to it, and it would mean a lot to have you there.
Wow, since I'll be nearby anyway and it's such a special occasion, I'd be happy to attend. Thank you so much for the invitation, Mary. I'd love to join you for all the celebration.
That's wonderful to hear. I'll make sure to send over all the details about the event soon. I'm really glad you can make it. I know it'll be a fantastic event, and it'll be great to catch up in person.
I'm looking forward to it as well. It sounds like it'll be a memorable evening. Thanks again for thinking of me. I'll see you there.
Absolutely. See you at the party, Keaton.
Take care until then. Hey, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you at our company's anniversary party? This event is for important people, our main clients, stakeholders, and major investors. So how the hell did you get in? What? I don't understand. I'm in charge of managing the guest list for this event, and just a moment ago I saw you walking in. But I'm telling you right now, don't get too comfortable. You're not getting inside. Oh, wait, I see now. F Company is where you work, isn't it?
Ha! You think they invited someone from a lowly subcontractor like your factory? You've got to be kidding me. This party is for big players only. There's no way they'd invite someone like you from the bottom rung. You're from a subcontractor. They don't get invites to events like this. Seriously, what were you thinking? You're really overstepping your bounds.
No, that's not right. The invitation clearly states that all business partners, regardless of their status as prime contractors or subcontractors, were invited. There's no distinction.
Ha! That's rich. You think that just because you're technically a business partner, you belong here? Dude, don't kid yourself. You're nothing but a bottom feeder, and the fact that you're even trying to walk in here is absolutely hilarious. Same old you, always pushing your luck and acting like you belong somewhere you don't.
Actually, I have an official invitation right here. And to clarify, I wasn't invited as a subcontractor representative, but for another reason altogether.
Sure, like I'm gonna believe you. That invitation is probably fake, right? You went to some shady print shop and had it made up to look real. You don't seriously expect anyone here to believe you're supposed to be here, do you?
How about you actually take a look at it before jumping to conclusions? It's a legitimate invitation.
Nah, I'm not wasting my time on fake invitations. Why would I bother looking at something so pathetic? You're lucky I'm even giving you the time of day.
Well, I'm not here alone. My superior is with me.
Oh, you mean that washed-up-looking old guy standing next to you earlier? You think I didn't notice him? What a joke! He looked just like you, another bottom dweller from the lowest tier of society. It's laughable. I seriously can't believe they let people like you near events like this.
Listen, that old guy you're talking about is someone pretty high up at the company, and you should really think twice before disrespecting someone like that. I don't know if you realize it, but you're talking to a representative of a business partner. This kind of attitude could really come back to bite you.
Right, like I care. All I know is this: subcontractors from low-class factories are strictly forbidden from entering this party. End of story. Now do yourself a favor and get lost before you embarrass yourself any further. Go back to your little factory where you belong.
You're really making a mistake here. I'll just say this. Whatever happens after this is out of my hands, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Keaton, thank you so much for attending our company's 20th anniversary party. We are honored to have you here as a guest.
Mary, thank you. I actually saw you earlier in the lobby near the reception area, but you seemed quite busy running around with preparations, so I didn't want to disturb you. I was hoping to greet you directly, but it's been a little challenging. Where are you right now?
Oh, my apologies for missing you earlier. Yes, things were a bit hectic with the final preparations for the event, but now everything is running smoothly. I'm currently inside the main hall near the entrance to the banquet area. Are you nearby? I can come out to greet you properly.
Well, how do I say this? Unfortunately, I'm currently heading back. Let's just say it's because of an unpleasant situation at the reception area. I don't think I'm going to be able to stay.
Wait, what? Heading back? What happened? Did someone say something to you? Please, tell me what's going on. Did someone make an inappropriate comment?
Yes, actually. There's an employee of your company by the name of Dan, correct? He works in the General Affairs Department, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan? Yes, we have a Dan in General Affairs. He's currently handling some of the reception duties for the event, along with the rest of his team. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me he said something disrespectful to you.
Unfortunately, yes. Dan and I were classmates back in middle school, and it seems he still holds some sort of grudge against me. He found out that I'm currently in the middle of training at the M-Town factory and assumed the worst. Without even letting me explain, he started throwing insults, saying things about how I'm working for a lowly subcontractor and that someone like me doesn't belong at this kind of event.
I can't believe this. Oh, I am so terribly sorry, Keaton. That is completely unacceptable. Please, I insist that you don't let this affect your evening. If it's all right with you, I would be honored if you would still join us at the party. I will personally meet you at the reception area and ensure there are no more issues. You are a valued guest, and I will make sure you're treated as such.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate your understanding. I'll head back and meet you at the reception area. It's just unfortunate that this happened at all. I didn't expect to be treated like this, especially by an old classmate.
Keaton, please believe me when I say that this is not how we treat our partners, especially someone like you. Dan will be dealt with accordingly, but for now, please let me make it up to you by ensuring you have a pleasant time at the party. I will speak to the reception team and make sure everything is handled smoothly.
I appreciate it, Mary. I'll make my way over now. I didn't want to cause any trouble, but I also didn't want to just leave without saying anything. It's comforting to know you're handling this situation.
Dan, what on earth have you done?
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mary, from the sales department? What's wrong? Did something happen?
You kicked Keaton out of the party, didn't you?
Oh, that? Yeah, I did. Some lowly worker from one of our subcontracted factories had the nerve to try and sneak into the party. So as the person in charge of reception, I made sure to get rid of him immediately. He had no business being here.
What were you thinking? First of all, both subcontractors and main contractors were invited to this event.
Wait, what?
And more importantly, Keaton isn't just any factory worker. He is the heir to A Corporation's CEO, the most important business partner we have. He's their future president.
What?
And the person he was with, that was A Corporation's executive vice president.
The executive vice president?
I can't believe this. What have you done, Dan?
But Keaton works at one of the subcontractor factories in M-Town. How could he be?
That factory has been under A Corporation's umbrella for the last 2 years. Didn't you know that?
It is?
Yes, the operations within the factory haven't changed much, so they're still working closely with our company. But the ownership shifted when A Corporation acquired it.
I didn't know.
Keaton is currently undergoing training in different locations to prepare for his future role as the president of A Corporation. As part of that training, he's working in various branches to understand the operations and experience what it's like on the ground level. Right now, he's stationed at the M-Town factory, which is why you saw him there.
No way! Keaton is gonna be a CEO? And he's more important than me?
Yes, and because of your actions, you've just insulted the future head of the company we rely on for business.
I didn't know. I thought he was just some factory worker trying to sneak in. I had no idea he was someone so important. Wait a minute. Weren't you from a single-parent household? Huh? Back in middle school, you were living with just your mom, right? You never mentioned having a dad, let alone one who was the president of A Corporation. Well, my parents were both working in different places because of their jobs. From when I was around 10 until I was 15, my dad and I lived apart for about 5 years. What? Why? Around the time my father was offered the position of the next president, he moved to New York for a work assignment. My mother, on the other hand, had a senior position at a local company, and since she couldn't easily quit, she stayed behind. That's why she didn't follow him. When I was ready to attend high school in New York, my mother was finally transferred to the Boston office, which was closer to New York. So now my parents are living together in a nice apartment in New York. No way! I'm pretty sure I explained the whole separate living situation back in middle school multiple times. Wait, what? You had this habit back then of ignoring anything that didn't suit you or conveniently twisting things to fit your own narrative. It seems like even at 30 that hasn't changed. If anything, you've doubled down on it and not in a good way. That's not what I meant. Given your tendency to look down on people you think are in weaker positions, I'm guessing you've been up to your usual antics, haven't you? Well... In any case, the incident at yesterday's party was reported to the higher-ups by Mary, your sales department manager. From what I've heard, that report opened the floodgates. Now there are more complaints coming in about you from other employees and even some of our business partners. Looks like this is being treated as a compliance issue that can't be ignored. That's why you've been put on mandatory leave, right? All you can say is, huh? Shut up! I was working at the main office, and now I'm about to get demoted if I'm lucky. If demotion is all you're facing, you might get off easy. What? Just a guess. I've already received an apology from your company for the incident, and the rest is an internal matter for F Corporation to handle. Wait, so... I've been informed that I'll be notified of the final decision regarding your punishment, so I guess I'll just wait for that. Hold on a second! Stop being so casual about this! Help me out! Help? You? Why? Because we're friends, right? Friends?
What part of our relationship resembles friendship?
Well, I mean...
If you can't answer that, then we're not friends, are we?
Wait, please!
I'm busy and I don't have time for this. See you around.
No, Keaton, wait!
Regarding Dan's punishment, to get straight to the point, officially he resigned voluntarily. In reality, he was fired. By the way, F Corp is a local company in our hometown where both Dan and I grew up. As a result, many of the employees are familiar faces, classmates, seniors, and juniors from school. This incident became the catalyst for Dan's bad personality and abusive language to spread throughout the community. Soon enough, even his parents, who were similarly unpleasant, found themselves in a tight spot socially. Eventually, they couldn't bear the shame and left town, abandoning the house where Dan was born and raised. About 6 months after all this, Mary mentioned to me that she saw someone who looked like Dan at a construction site while on a business trip. He was being scolded and carrying materials while sniffling in tears. I can only hope that the tough working conditions straighten out his twisted attitude. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Kendall got dumped, didn't you? From today, I'm his wife. You must be devastated. Huh? London? It's rare for you to message me on here. What's going on? I'm saying you got dumped by Greg. Must feel awful, huh? Wait, you can't be serious. Did you really? Yep, just filed the marriage certificate with Greg today. It's official. I'm his wife now. Wait, you actually filed it? I thought you were just infatuated with Greg. I never imagined it would go this far. I didn't think you two were really involved. Oh, we were. Well, technically, we kept it under wraps while he was still with you. We knew it would be easy to get caught since we were already living together. We didn't want to blow our cover before the divorce was finalized, so yeah, we waited. So you waited until the ink was barely dry on the divorce papers, huh? Exactly. The minute you texted me saying the divorce was official, Greg and I, well, let's just say we celebrated properly. We didn't waste any time. And this morning we went down to City Hall and submitted the marriage certificate. Greg said he's been itching to make it official for ages. He could barely wait. Isn't that cute? Well, honestly, do whatever you want. I still don't understand why anyone in their right mind would want to marry that guy, though. Oh, please. That's the most obvious jealous ex-wife response I've ever heard. Of course you're bitter. I mean, it must be painful. First you get dumped by your darling husband, and the very next day he marries your little sister. It's a total nightmare for you, right? London, before you get carried away with your fantasy version of events, let me correct one thing. I wasn't dumped. I was the one who got fed up with Greg's nonsense and filed for the divorce. It wasn't him who left me. Wait, what? You filed for divorce? Yeah, that's right. There were plenty of reasons for it, too. Greg gave me more than enough cause to end things, but if you really want to know the details, I am happy to tell you. Just know that Greg isn't the saint you think he is, and the divorce was very much his fault. So don't go thinking I got dumped like you're imagining. Huh. Honestly, I couldn't care less about the reasons for your divorce. Whatever it was, I'm sure it was just some petty argument or your pride getting hurt over something trivial. Either way, the only thing that really matters here is this. You're the one left behind. You're just a sad, discarded woman, and that's the reality. That's the only thing that matters. Fine, I won't waste time explaining anything to you then. Exactly. Besides, if I ever care enough to know why you two split up, I'll just ask Greg myself. Anyway, speaking of the divorce, now that it's final, you should probably start packing and move out of the house. Excuse me? Why should I be the one to move out? This is my family's house. Greg was living here because he was married to me. Now that we're divorced, he's the one who needs to leave. But now I'm his wife, your sister. So technically, since I'm here too, Greg still has every right to stay. That means you're the one who should leave. That's the logical next step, don't you think? I'm pretty sure the logical thing would be not to marry your sister's ex-husband in the first place, but whatever. Look, it's simple. You need to move out. Mom and Dad are on board with this too. They think it's best, so it's 4 against 1, and that means you're the one who has to go. Wow, 4 against 1, huh? Guess I'm outnumbered. Fine, if that's how it is, I'll move out. Honestly, it'll probably be a relief to be away from all of you. Living on my own has plenty of upsides anyway, so I am not complaining. Look at you trying to act all tough, like moving out is something you want to do. Don't pretend this is anything but a loss for you. Sure. You can think what you want. Anyway, I'll plan to be out by the end of the month. What? The end of the month? Can't you leave sooner than that? Well, I need time to arrange for movers and pack everything up. Or are you volunteering to help me with all of that? Ugh, no thanks. That's your problem, not mine. Then the end of the month it is. Fine. I guess that's okay as long as you're gone eventually. Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm going to turn your old room into my personal walk-in closet. I've been dreaming about this forever. It's going to be amazing. Kendall, it's the end of the month already. Hurry up and get out. I'm already gone. What? What are you talking about? Do you even know what time it is? Around 9 p.m.? London, did you just wake up? What do you mean? I mean, your schedule is all over the place. You're practically nocturnal. Not surprised you didn't notice I already moved out. Instead, you're just now sending me a sleepy message. What are you talking about? When did you even move out? Oh, London, you should be embarrassed. You are so out of touch, it's honestly a bit sad. Hey, hold on. Honestly, it's been a blessing to leave that house. I've been wanting to move out for a while, and now I finally have. Seriously, what's your deal? By the way, don't bother asking for my new address. You're not getting it. Like I care? Why would I even want to know where you were living? Good, I figured as much. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. You might want to start looking for your own place soon. What do you mean by that? Why would I need to move? That house is going to be sold. Huh? What are you even saying right now? The house will be sold. I'm handing it over to a real estate agent in early next month. So you'll need to make sure you're out by the end of next month. Are you out of your mind? No, I'm perfectly fine. But you've got a month to move, so I'd suggest you start packing. You're the one who's totally lost it. That house was built by Dad. You don't have any right to sell it. This is crazy. You're being ridiculous. Well, it's not as ridiculous as you think. I hate to break it to you, but I do have the right. You might want to get ready because soon enough that house won't be yours anymore. Enjoy your last month there. No way! You can't just sell it like that. This is Dad's house. It was Dad's house, London. Now it's time for you to face reality. The house will be gone before you know it. You're going to have to find somewhere else to live. This has got to be a joke. There's no way you have the authority to sell the house. Believe me, it's no joke. So I'd suggest you stop wasting time and figure out your next move. Time is ticking. Kendall! I just got told to get out. Did you really go through with selling the house like you said you would? Did you actually sell it? This house belongs to Dad. That's illegal. Are you seriously jealous because I took your husband and now you want to take revenge or something? You've thrown out so many issues, I don't even know where to start. What do you mean? I'm trying to warn you that you're the one committing a crime. All right, if you insist, I'll break it down for you point by point. First of all, the house isn't under your dad's name anymore.
What?
Remember a few years ago when we renovated parts of this house?
Yeah, I remember.
That renovation cost $300,000. I paid for all of it.
No way.
And I paid it all in one lump sum.
$300,000 in one go? You're just an office worker. How did you manage to save that much?
Oh, I guess I didn't mention it. I co-founded a business with a friend, and now I'm the executive director.
Wait, seriously?
Plus, around that same time, Dad's company went bankrupt. He managed to get another job through connections, but his salary was significantly lower. There were also issues with property taxes. After considering everything, I decided to take over the remaining mortgage, and we transferred the house's ownership from Dad to me. And by the way, I already paid that loan off early.
Wait, are you serious?
So, to sum it up, I'm the legal owner of the house now. Since you've kicked me out, it's clear that you can't just keep living here, right?
Is this really happening?
This conversation is wild. How could you think you could just push me out like that? You really thought you could take over?
But it's my family home.
That's what you think. The truth is, I'm the one with the legal title now. You should have thought about this before making any hasty decisions.
I can't believe this.
Well, you might want to start believing it. Because the reality is, this house is mine, and there is no way you or anyone else can stay here after what happened.
But...
No buts. You might want to start looking for a new place to live, because this isn't going to work out for you anymore. I am done with this drama.
Kendall, is it true that Greg isn't a full-time employee, but a part-timer?
Yeah, he's a part-timer. After we got married, he became a target for layoffs at his previous company. Now he's working at that family restaurant as a part-time employee while trying to become a full-time staff member. But it seems to be quite difficult for him.
So he's a part-timer. Could that be the reason for your divorce from Greg?
Yeah, at first I thought it would be okay since I had a stable income and could support us both. But the money he makes as a part-timer goes entirely into his personal spending. He doesn't contribute even a single yen to our living expenses. He leaves all the household chores to me, and when he's at home, he just lounges around playing mobile games and eating and sleeping all day. I started to question the point of being married to Greg, and that's ultimately why we ended up getting divorced.
I see. I always thought Greg had the higher income.
So what? If you're saying that Greg's low income is affecting our living situation, then you should really consider getting a job yourself.
Wait, me?
You kicked out the highest earner in the family. It's only natural that you take on some responsibility for that.
No way! I want to be a stay-at-home wife. If that's the case, I'll just divorce Greg right now and hurry to find a rich husband instead.
I don't think it's that easy in the real world. Besides, can you please just move out already? The real estate agent has been telling you repeatedly, right?
What? We're family. Can't you cut me some slack?
Even if we are family, once a real estate agent is involved, there is no room for leniency.
That's just unfair.
Look, London, it's about time you face the reality of the situation. Greg's choices and your decisions have consequences. You can't just expect to stay here indefinitely.
I can't believe this. You're really going to kick me out of my own family home just like that?
Yes, I have every right to do so, especially since I'm the one who's been managing everything financially. You've made your choices, and now you need to deal with the fallout.
But what about the family ties? I thought that meant something.
Of course family matters, but responsibilities do too. If you want to remain a part of this family, you need to step up and contribute.
So what? I'm supposed to just abandon my dreams of being a stay-at-home wife and find a job instead?
If that's what you really want, then yes. You need to adapt to the situation, especially since it was your decision to marry Greg and then depend on him.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe you're putting all the blame on me.
It's not about blame. It's about reality. Sometimes you have to face hard truths, London. It's time to think about what's next for you.
Fine, I'll figure something out, but don't think I'll go quietly.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Just remember, you have to start being responsible for your own choices.
Kendall, I really need you to lend me some money. Actually, I need you to just give me money because I have no way to pay you back. I know you can easily come up with $400,000 just like you did for the renovation, right?
Huh? Who is this again?
It's London, your adorable little sister, London.
I vaguely remember an annoying, reckless sister until recently, but I've never had an adorable one.
This is not the time for jokes. I need money. Please get me $400,000.
Why on earth do you need $400,000?
I've been hit with a compensation claim.
Huh? Compensation? London, what did you do now?
I was just trying to hit the jackpot and find a wealthy husband.
Wait, so did you manage to get divorced from Greg?
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
No matter how much I begged, he wouldn't agree to divorce me. So I had to start dating to find someone else, and I ended up meeting a guy with an annual income of $1 million. We started dating, but then both Greg and his wife found out about it. Is the guy you're dating already married? Things were going so well.
Just because you both are married doesn't mean it's going well.
But it turned out that his $1 million salary was actually his wife's income.
What?
He was just a part-time worker at a convenience store.
That sounds almost exactly like what happened between you and Greg. I thought you learned from your mistakes, but apparently you haven't learned a thing.
Shut up. I really need that $400,000 right now.
That sounds a bit excessive. Why do you need that much?
Well, I did some things to his wife to try to get her to divorce him quickly. I scattered garbage in front of their house, sent her some cursed letters, and made silent phone calls. Just a little bit of harassment.
A little bit? That sounds like serious harassment. So that's why you got slapped with a $400,000 compensation claim?
Yeah, and since Mom and Dad have no money, they told me to figure it out myself. They moved back to Dad's hometown.
So you chose to live with that strict uncle you've always had a hard time with, huh?
Exactly. And now he's saying he can't deal with me anymore and wants to cut ties. So that's why I'm asking you. I will give you my bank details, so please send me the $400,000 all at once.
What makes you think I would just give you that money?
What?
Look, everything you've done so far has led to this situation. If you take a moment to think about it, you should understand why I won't help you. If you don't get it, you need to reflect until you do.
I will think about it, I promise, but you'll have to help me out with the $400,000.
No way, this is completely hopeless.
What do you mean?
I'm done here. I can't deal with this right now.
Kendall?
See you later.
Kendall, please, can you just pick up the phone? I need you. Why are you ignoring me? This isn't fair. You used to help me all the time. Do you really think I can handle this on my own? I made a mistake, okay? I'm desperate. It's not like I wanted any of this to happen. I just wanted to find someone who could take care of me. Is that so wrong? Kendall, please. You know I wouldn't ask if it weren't serious. I don't want to end up in a huge mess because I was trying to be happy. Come on, answer already. You can't just leave me hanging like this. You're my sister. I thought family helped each other out. If you ignore me, what do you think is going to happen? I'll end up in serious trouble. This isn't just about me. It's about our family's name, too. You can't just cut me off because I've made some bad choices. I know I messed up, but I need a lifeline here. Kendall, this is really important. I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll help pay you back somehow, just to help me out this one time. Please, I am begging you. Just think about all the times I've been there for you. Don't you owe me this much? I don't want to end up homeless or worse because of my mistakes. I'll fix things, but I can't do it alone. Kendall, if you don't help me, then who else will? I have no one else to turn to. I know you're upset with me, but this is beyond just being upset. This is about survival. I'll do anything. Just tell me what you need from me. Please don't shut me out like this. I'll wait for your call, Kendall. I really need you.
In the end, London divorced Greg without truly understanding what went wrong in her life. Despite the fallout from their relationship, it seemed she couldn't grasp her own shortcomings. Just a few days after their last text exchange, she found herself facing an unexpected demand. Greg was asking for alimony. Although the amount he requested was somewhat less than the market average, it still felt like a crushing blow for London, who was already drowning in her own debt of $400,000. The shock of it all left her slumped on the floor, feeling completely lost and bewildered. Realizing she had to start working to pay off her debts, London hurriedly rushed to the employment office. She sought a live-in job, thinking that would help her get back on her feet. However, given her previous behavior, her immaturity, and a tendency to underestimate the realities of life, it was hard to envision her thriving in any job. After all, she had been living in a bubble of privilege for so long that facing the harshness of the real world was bound to be a rude awakening. At her new job, the challenges started piling up almost immediately. Just when it seemed she might settle down, she found herself embroiled in trouble with her coworkers. Unable to navigate the social dynamics of the workplace, she abruptly stopped showing up one day without any notice. This led to her termination the very next day. It was a disheartening turn of events, especially considering she had just started trying to turn her life around. The situation worsened as she somehow ended up accumulating even more debt. It's unclear how she managed to get into a deeper financial hole, but it seemed that every choice she made was the wrong one. With her history of bad decisions, it wasn't surprising that her future was looking increasingly bleak. Now, no one knows where London is. Her disappearance has left friends and family worried, yet also somewhat relieved to be free from the chaos she brought into their lives. The last anyone heard from her was a brief message that suggested she was struggling, but since then, it's been silence. The girl who once thought she could coast through life on charm and superficial relationships is now facing a stark reality filled with uncertainty and isolation. Her naivete has finally caught up with her. The consequences of her actions were harsher than she ever imagined. The world, as she's learning, can be incredibly unforgiving, especially for someone who has lived in a bubble of entitlement. It's one thing to make poor choices, it's another to be completely oblivious to the repercussions that follow. Without any real skills or the determination to face the hardships of life, London now finds herself in a precarious situation. While many people adapt and learn from their mistakes, it seems she's still caught in a cycle of denial, struggling with the aftermath of her poor choices. Those who once supported her, family and friends, have grown weary of her antics. They've seen her make choices that led to her downfall and are reluctant to get involved again, fearing it would only lead to more chaos. Even her parents, who once tried to intervene and support her, have distanced themselves. They've grown tired of the drama she brings, opting instead to focus on their own lives. It's a painful truth for London, who may not realize how isolated she's become. In this new chapter of her life, she must confront the reality that she cannot rely on anyone else to fix her problems. The hard truth is that the world doesn't owe her anything. London has to learn how to stand on her own 2 feet and take responsibility for her life. This is a harsh lesson, one that she should have learned long ago, but has chosen to ignore. As time passes, one can only hope that she will eventually find a way to turn her life around. Perhaps she'll reflect on her past actions and recognize her role in her own downfall. The hope is that she can make the necessary changes to become a better version of herself. But until that moment arrives, the question remains, will she rise to the occasion, or will she continue to spiral downward into the abyss she's created for herself? It's a narrative filled with caution, a tale of what can happen when someone chooses to live in denial, ignoring the consequences of their actions. For those observing from a distance, it serves as a stark reminder of the importance of personal responsibility and the reality that life is not always kind, especially to those who refuse to learn from their mistakes. London's story might ultimately become a cautionary tale, illustrating how important it is to face one's issues head-on rather than running away from them. Perhaps one day she'll realize that the only way forward is to confront the past, learn from it, and begin anew. Until then, the uncertainty of her future looms large, leaving everyone who knows her to wonder what could have been had she made different choices.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.